everybody, it's Sharon here. Welcome back to my channel for those who are returning, and welcome to any new subscribers that may be visiting for the first time. So I just wanted to share with you quickly the tags that we made in yesterday's video. So this is the first tag that we made, and it goes with, whoops, it goes with this pocket. So fun. This is our next tag. I've sewn around all of them. I think 2 of them I sewed around the focal point image as well as the outside, and then the other 3 I've just sewn around the outside. No particular reason, it just looked right at the time. And it goes with this pocket here. So this is our next tag to go with this pocket here. I am loving the way these are looking. I've had them on my desk and I've been smiling every time I've seen them. Okay, our 4th tag in the beautiful blues to go with this pocket here. And our 5th tag with the beautiful orange background. And it will go in this pocket here. Okay, so there we have all of the tags and the pockets so far. I really love the way they're looking. Okay, so in today's video, I was hoping to make the tags to go in the fronts of our pockets. I'm so in love with these. So just picking these up. I've had a little think overnight about how I wanted to make them. Now, I've grabbed some of these. I haven't actually grabbed. I've had to fussy cut them, so I'm still fussy cutting my kits to have them ready. So I've grabbed these ready to make our tags. I had a little play with this one here. So I've taken the square journaling cards, sorry, rectangle even. I've taken the rectangle journaling cards out of my kits to coordinate with the colours that I've used for each of the pockets. And for one of them, where is it? I've taken the smaller tag and I've used that to cut the tops. Now, the reason I didn't use my larger tags, which are the same size, is that the angle of the tag shape is much deeper. And I really didn't want it that deep. I want it to just be an indication of the shape. So you can see there how I've cut that. So it just peeps out. It still allows you to see all of this. Still ties in with the pocket. So that's where I'm heading with that. So I need to make sure that I cut them. That's my first one. I need to make sure that I cut them the right depth because all of our pockets are different. So when I decided how deep the tag I wanted, I just kind of measured it against my pocket and took my pencil and just marked my tag. Okay, I'm going to cut them individually because I'm going to get lost as to which tag is for which if I don't. And I just used my paper trimmer to be sure I got a straight edge. And I can use this now as a guide to trim my little tabs. Okay, so that is, oops, missed my scrap pocket. That is that one. My pockets are curling just a little bit, which will change once they're actually in the journal. So it just makes it a little more difficult. Yes, love the way that looks there. Okay, This one here is a little bit different because it's a long pocket. So I was just going to use this. I'm just checking my paper colors to make sure I have the right one. So I'm going to say about there. I want to give it a little bit of room to wiggle. I may leave this one as a journaling card, I think, rather than cut the tag shape. Glue had caught there, so just loosening that. I may actually... I find when my pockets are tight, if I just run my bone folder inside, it just sort of loosens that paper enough. Okay, I'm not convinced that that is all the way to the bottom, but it looks like it is. So I think I'd like to trim a fraction off there. Maybe about there. Hoping I've given myself enough leeway to be able to grab hold. If I haven't, I will just pop a little tab or something on it, I think. I'm trying not to cover up that background paper too much. Love that. Okay, it may need a little tab on it just to help get it in and out of the pocket. That's great. So this one here, I'm thinking I've got a funny feeling that that was a fairly good fit. Yes, and it allowed you to see that image there. So I think I will stick to that size. I may come out just a fraction more. So maybe about there, I think. That was purely because that lace is a little bit longer, and so to allow a good amount of card to be popping out the pocket to be able to grab hold of it was kind of where what I was thinking with that. Okay. Again, I'm going to run my bone folder inside the pocket. Love that. Okay, and last but not least, I've chosen the orange to coincide with this, and I was actually thinking these are the only ones that I've used the same papers with different coloured tags, and I was thinking about the fact that I'd done that, and I could potentially swap them around too if I wanted to. So I want my tag that size. I like the way that still showed the bear. Okay, so these are my little leftover scraps. Pop those to the side. And I need to cut my tag shape. Okay. And again, I'm going to run my bone folder in there. Okay, fabulous. So now that I've got all of those cut and prepared, I need to back them with some tea stain paper. So I will do that. I will probably scooch you through that part. Okay, so they're all covered with tea stain paper on the back and they're all inked and ready to go. So my blue ones, I need to remember what I was going to do. I think I liked this bear for the blue one I think I was looking at. And for the orange one, I kind of liked the deer, but I didn't know whether I could make that fit very well. Let me see. Just need to get a visual of where he will be torn. Oh no, he's kind of fun. I think I can make him work actually. Well, there's that little one there, but he might be better actually. I might use him, I think. So I'm going to move these aside. I'll work on these two for now. So I need to, I'm just going to fuzzy tear these, I think. Sorry, just popping that aside because I want to keep it so I can use that in some more scrappy pieces, either with my gel plate or I don't know what else I'll come up with, but that was lots and lots of fun. So there will be more playtime like that in the future. And I do have quite a few scraps already building up from some fussy cutting I've been doing. Okay, so I don't want to make it exactly the width of my tag. I think I'd like a little bit of a border. So I'm going to say about there. He's kind of fun too. Actually, he might work better. Okay. I do like that number at the top. So about there. And then, oops. Just going to snip these off. I'm using my tag as my template. Just making sure my edges are against each other, and that should give me a nice border all the way around, I'm hoping. That's fun. Okay. I haven't got quite as much of the background showing as I would like, so I'm hoping I can do this without messing it up completely. Line that up there. And a little more off the bottom. And maybe, actually I might take it from this edge here, only because I like the detail of those lines and they kind of meet right on the edge, so I don't want to lose that. Okay, so I'm going to ink that up. And I don't think I want to layer these because the pockets are already fairly tight in space. I want to keep them relatively flat. That's really fun. Okay, locking that in. Sorry, just getting my bone folder and it was buried under my ruler. Okay, so I would like to put something. I have this fabric, this calico and lace it is, already sewn together. I'm wondering, it might be a bit bulky. Okay, so a little piece of calico. I don't want it that thick or wide. Trying to decide whether I want to stitch around them. I don't know if I do. I think I might leave these. Very, very simple. I'm going to lock that in. Oh, I need to share a story with you. So I was in my craft room. I have been creating a few bits and pieces actually. I need to share those with you. In my craft room having a play the other day by myself. Sorry, you guys weren't with me. And I was having lots and lots of fun, and I'd used my glue bottle and it was almost time to pack up. And I went looking for the pin to pop the pin back in my glue because I'd been using it. And I couldn't find it. I couldn't find it anywhere. I turned my desk upside down. I looked in my scrap bucket. I started to look in the garbage because I thought perhaps I'd picked up some bits and pieces. I may sew around that. I think I'd like to sew around that just to reinforce that little pull tab. So actually maybe I'll just do the sewing across the tab itself. That could be really fun, a little bit different. Although the stitching might be fun across there. Okay, I am going to stitch that, but I really, really love that. So yes, I'd even started to look in the garbage to see if I'd popped my little pin in there, and I couldn't find it anywhere. I will share with you. So this one has a green topper, and I was actually looking everywhere thinking it was my black topper that I'd lost. So turned my desk upside down, looked through the garbage, couldn't figure out how it could just suddenly disappear. It was there 1 minute and gone the next. Literally, I laughed out loud because I was like, if I was videoing, that's exactly what I would have said. It's like, here 1 minute, gone the next. It was like magic. And I was baffled as to what I'd done with it. Oh, I don't want to cut the antlers off, so I may take, how much do I want to take? About there, off the bottom. So just checking my orientation. Yes, anyway, I ended up getting my new pin out, took it out of the packaging, popped it in the bottle, and I was tidying my desk and I picked up a piece of paper towel that I had at the side of my desk here, and next minute the pin just sort of flung across my desk. It had actually, you know how I tell you that it gets sticky, like as soon as I pick it up it sticks to my fingers? Well, it was sticky, it was tacky, and it had stuck to the paper towel, and so when I'd moved the paper towel aside, it had gone with it. Anyway, I figured you all would have got a good giggle out of that if you'd have been crafting with me that day, so I thought I'd share with you. It had me perplexed. I had no idea what I'd done with it. And I was baffled as to how it could literally be here 1 second and gone the next. It disappeared into what felt like thin air. Okay. No, I want to about there, I think. Okay, he didn't fare too badly. So I'm going to cut my tag shape. Sorry about that noise. That was very loud. I need to move this. I've got a metal ruler here. I need to pop that away. Bring my ink across. I was looking at this tag and I was like, what have I done with the pocket? Where have I put the pocket and the tag? They're on my sewing machine. So I'm going to sit that with that. Just, oh, I've tagged the wrong edge. Okay, so he's going to be upside down. Actually, I know what I'll do. I might tab all of them. That could be fun. Something a bit different. Oops. I may even cut these corners here actually and make it quite different. Kind of fun. It's funny, you know, because I never would have considered doing that had I not have messed up. I'm sure you were all telling me. Had I not messed it up, I would never have thought to cut it like that. But I really love that. It's kind of added a frame. Okay, I need to add some ink. Oops. To there as well. I think I'll pop it round. Oops, that way. I need to get my orientation. I must stand on my head. I feel like that's what I'm doing. I really love that. I love that shape. Kind of reminds me of an old world frame. Like a photo frame. Just a bit of wipe over. It's a little bit tacky. Love it. Okay. I love happy accidents. And I love the idea of that tab at the top again, simply because there's nothing up here that it will be covering over. This could be a good width. I think that will work. I was worried it might be a little bit too thin, but I think it'll be okay. Let's try the thread. Oh, it's pulling the side thread, that's why. looks like it wouldn't phrase because I was pulling the wrong thread. Okay. That'll look really fun when it's sewn around too. It'll make that frame pop. Probably just sew around in a straight stitch, I'm thinking. I don't want anything to take away too much. I'll pop that bit at the back. Okay. Love that. Pop the pin in there, but I'm going to leave it on its side. Oh, that's fun. Okay. Now, my iris kit. Thinking I would like the tutorial page images. I'm thinking will work better because the images will be smaller. Where are the rest of my tutorial page? Oh, they're at the front. Don't mind that, it's still very big though. I think they could work. Or, actually, I like that one. Okay. I will just check that first page because I didn't. I think he's a bit small. No, I like that one. Okay. I really should trust my first instinct more. Speaking of things that happen in an instant, honestly, I feel like my space, my crafting space, disappears in an instant. When I start crafting, all the things start to shift in on me. Okay. I got busy yesterday printing off some new kits to share with you all, and I actually thought about doing that video before I started the camera today, and these tags and pockets were on my desk and I was like, no, I really want to finish those before I move on to my next thing. So, was I crafting or no crafting? Crafting or no crafting? Crafting it is. I'm going to say about there. Okay, so trying to work out how I did this. Doesn't take long to forget. Okay. Okay. Gosh, I'm getting hungry. I think it may be just past lunch. And my tummy is surely letting me know. Okay, I need to cut that off just a fraction more. That didn't work very straight, did it? Okay. Still not very straight. Okay. I'm actually going to use my paper trimmer because I only want to take the slightest bit off. I'm not a very straight cut when it comes to cutting by hand. I get nervous and then my scissors move. But my little paper trimmer gets me out of trouble. Okay. Hopefully that's rescued my tearing. Okay, I don't think that's too bad. Now, which way is this going? I am really tempted to cut this one the same as the last. I really enjoyed that. Maybe I'll leave this one this shape, and I might do one of my other two that I have remaining in the other shape, my frame shape. Okay, a little distressing. I'm thinking maybe a lace tab for this one. This kit just has a more delicate feel, and I think that would complement that. Just trying to decide which lace I'd like to use. I wonder if I've got any scraps in my basket. Decided I need to go through my little scrappy basket and pull out the really, really tiny scraps and keep them separate. I'm waiting on a delivery to come. It could be a couple of weeks before it gets here, with some little storage trays that I want to use in my crafting. Susan Taylor Brown has, oh, that could be fun actually, has kind of enabled my purchase, but I'm really excited to get them here, and I think that one of them could be a good option to store, pop it that way, to store my tiny scraps in. I'm hoping. I know that's going to be a little bit bulky there, but I like it, so that's what I'm doing. Not quite the delicate lace I was thinking of, but it kind of presented itself, and I was like, oh, that could be really fun. I think once it's sewn down, it will flatten out a little bit more. I'm hoping. Let me see, do I like that? Oh, it's kind of catching on that. Okay, can I take that off? Maybe not. For this pocket. Whoops. Okay, oh, hang about. Well, that could work. Okay. I do want it a little bit longer because this lace trim is a little bit longer, so that will help ensure that it's easy to get to when it's in the pocket. It's still catching on there a little bit, but I think once that's sewn down it will help it sit flatter too. I love that. I love that peeping out. It's just an indication that there's something there to pull out. Love, love, love. Okay. Okay, so this one is my big journaling card. So I have my Flourish kit. Okay, and I don't necessarily want an image as such, I don't think. I'm happy with Soft and Subtle. I actually really love that. That would have been perfect if my page was right. I feel like it needs to run this way. I do kind of like that on there. What else do I have? I have this floral image here as well that I really like. Actually, I think that may be my winner. So I have another tag to do for this one. That would work on there too. Okay, so I might do that one there and do this one on here. That's what I'm doing. There's such a subtleness about this kit. It's just beautiful. Thinking about there, my tear ruler. Okay, so oops, that didn't work very well. Some days it's just a struggle, isn't it? Okay. Third time's a charm. It's funny, when I was looking at this image, I kept thinking it needed to be vertical, but now I've seen it horizontal on this card. I'm loving it. So you just never know, do you? Oh, that tore a little bit. Whoops, I think my hand got in the way, my finger got in the way, or something got in the way. Never mind, we'll ink that, make it a feature. Okay. Gosh, that's so pretty and soft. Which for this pocket is quite the contrast to that beautiful image on the front with the little girls. Being it's kind of a black and white, what I would consider a vintage black and white. It's what I would call a heavy image because there's a lot of toner in that one area. So I don't know if I'm explaining myself very well. Okay, so I've just highlighted that little tear with the ink, which I love. A little bit of character. So yes, I feel like the soft delicateness of this image is quite in contrast, and I love to play with contrast when I'm working. Kind of brings a balance for me, I think. I have to share with you, I don't know why, but the song in my head has changed since I've been crafting with you all, and I now have a different song on repeat. No idea why. My head is like its own little radio station. I love that. And I'm thinking I would like a tab on here on this side, and it can be a relatively wide tab, I'm thinking. So maybe even with this piece of calico. Maybe I'll tear that in half, I think. Where did my scissors go? Something so satisfying about tearing fabric that tears really beautifully. Okay, I'd like to fray a couple more. Oh, I'm kind of covering up my little tear, never mind. I think I would like it about there. Kind of at an angle, I'm thinking. Didn't go on very straight. I think that's better. Gosh, my poor old fabric glue is really struggling to come out. I actually thought it was blocked the other day. I opened it up. I opened up the lid expecting to find a big glue goober inside the lid, but there was nothing there, so I think it's just thick. Just cutting those threads off. Okay, and where? So this is my tag to go with this one. I hope I've got that the right way around. I'm pretty sure I have. And I kind of love that there's no focal area on this card. It's there, but it's kind of hidden. Love that. Okay. Lucky last. Quietly cheering to myself. I feel like I've gone through these really quickly, but I probably haven't. think I might. Now I'm going, I think I can, I think I can, I think I can. Just cutting that to straighten it up. I don't have a lot of wiggle room, I don't think, with this image, so just say about there. Cutting the petal off. I don't really want to do that, but I don't have a choice. Okay. It is what it is. Need to turn that around that way now before I forget. Oh, I'm doing it the wrong way. It needs to go this way. Oh gosh, I'm a goose. Okay, lucky I realise that now. Okay. Well, that was lucky. So trimming my corners. I'm going to ink this up. I cannot believe I was tearing it like that. Goodness me. Oh gosh, I've just remembered I was going to show you those other pieces of ephemera that I've made. I may leave them and do them in the next video, I'm thinking. I am really hungry, so just like I need to go and get some lunch. Sorry. I had trouble picking that up. So just roughly centering. Well, that's pretty. Okay, and no, that little ribbon could be fun. Need to make sure it's in there. I just want to see how much of that goes underneath that lace. I think that will be okay with that little piece of ribbon. I think that'll be a nice touch. Okay. And again, stitching around each of these, which will help reinforce our little tab pulls. Doing the stitching really is like icing a cake for me. It really does finish each piece off so beautifully. Okay. Doesn't feel like it's going in properly. This will be so much easier when the pocket is actually glued to a page. I love, love, love these so much. So on a page, that is how it looks. So, so fun. Okay, I'll leave that there so that you've got something really beautiful to look at. And okay, so I just wanted to say a huge thank you to Steph from JunkWithSteph for allowing me to showcase your beautiful digitals. I'm really enjoying the ephemera that's been made out of the digitals so far. And I'm getting excited to start putting them all into a journal. I'm going to have to make some covers and get some signatures organised, I think, because they're quietly screaming at me that they need a new home. So thank you to everybody who's followed along while I've made these pockets and tags. I really love the way they've turned out. And please, everybody, stay safe, stay inspired, and happy crafting. I look forward to seeing you all soon. Bye for now.